Coffee Break with me. Oh, hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. How are you today? Today I'm super excited because I have a review with swatches on the new Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. How cute is this palette? Okay, let's talk a little bit about Too Faced packaging for a second, because I have a feeling this is going to be a little bit of a con for some of you, like a con versus a pro. If you guys are in a hurry, by the way, I'll leave a start time down below. If you're wondering, this palette is freaking fantastic. Okay, so we'll just leave it at that. I just ruined the whole review for everybody. So, let's talk about packaging for a second. This is the way the palette looks. It has a little slice of bread on the front. I don't know the direction that Too Faced has been taking their packaging recently, like with the Bonbons palette. Do I have that here somewhere? The packaging, I mean, the packaging is really, really, really cute. It's getting a little, some of you left me a comment saying that it was too juvenile, like kind of like little girly looking. And I don't know, I think that's kind of what makes Too Faced Too Faced. You know, Too Faced makes me feel like it's Valentine's Day all year round. And part of makeup is to feel girly and fun and feminine, you know, and to have fun with it. So when that's their stick, like their thing is cutesy packaging or thematic packaging, like the series of chocolate and everything smells like chocolate, I don't know, I think you should just stick with it, you know. And if it's gonna bother you staring at this beautiful, cutesy, adorable little girly slice of bread, then maybe you wanna avoid purchasing it. But I think it's what makes the brand what it is, you know? So let's get into the details of this palette. This is a palette that is exclusive to Ulta. It will be $36 and it's coming out when Ulta has its 21 Days of Beauty. It does have 9 different eyeshadow colors, and they are with the same antioxidant rich cocoa powder formula that all the chocolate bar palettes and the chocolate soleil bronzers have. So it does have that almost like chocolate scent to it. Some people say that it smells like peanuts or peanut butter. I think it smells exactly the same like all the other chocolate bar products or chocolate cocoa powder products. It smells the same. And if you guys are scared that, oh my God, it has peanuts, absolutely not. I mean, a major cosmetic brand like that would never do something. I think that would be a really stupid thing to do, just because it's a major allergen to people. You know, peanuts are dangerous. In fact, my son goes to school and the whole school is peanut free. So there go the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You guys have to get very creative with his lunches. So if you were concerned about that, there's absolutely no peanut product, not even a peanut scent. If I can digress for a second, like I haven't enough, I was telling you guys in my Bonbons review video that I used to have the Too Faced Semi-Sweet palette, and the only color in that palette that I used was peanut butter. Peanut butter was my favorite shade and I absolutely was in love with it. I hope that they relaunched it, and sure enough, that color in that palette was the one that inspired this entire palette. How cool is that, right? So you have 9 different shades, and I'm going to insert some swatches of this palette so that I'm just gonna leave it up on the screen so that you guys can look at it. So there are 9 different shadows in here. There's a combination of mattes and shimmer, but I will say that one of the mattes in here is a lot more satiny than matte. This one right here, this beautiful peach shade, it's absolutely the most perfect transition shade ever. It's satin. It's not a matte, but it's a beautiful satin shadow. You could use it all over the lid. You could use it as your transition shade. You could use it wherever the heck you want, and it's not going to look shimmery, glittery, or anything. You know how there's different levels of satin? Some satins are a little bit more shimmery than others. This one's not. This one's just absolutely silky and smooth, and it gives almost that like soft, diffused look. Like all of the Too Faced palettes that come in this like 9-way type palette, they are meant to be used in the row, so you're supposed to use them this way. But listen to me, you guys, you know how makeup is. You use it however you want. And they also have that little booklet inside that gives you inspiration for different looks. If you guys were wondering, the only pop of color in this palette is Jelly, and this is a beautiful, almost magenta-like purple. If you were scared that it's going to be a really deep purple, like a purple jelly, it's actually more pink than not. It's a beautiful shimmery, almost metallic. Like this color foiled would be absolutely stunning. So don't be scared of this palette. It only has that one pop of color, and it is purple. Purple is such a friendly eyeshadow. Believe it or not, purple is a really friendly eyeshadow. It looks beautiful on brown eyes, but every single color of eyes can use purple, and it looks absolutely stunning. My favorite color in this palette is definitely Nuts About You. This is a perfect terracotta brown. I am absolutely so impressed with the pigmentation of this specific shadow. Terracotta brown is a really difficult color to master because it has to be rich in pigment, but it also has to stick to the skin. It's hard to do it in a matte because you need to build the color. This shadow, one swipe, and look at that. It's just, it's incredible. It's such a beautiful color. It's what I have all over the lid, and I swear you guys, I want to use this color every day for the rest of my life now. It actually makes the entire palette for me, which is strange because you guys know my love affair with peanut butter. In case you're wondering, there are 4 mattes and there are 5 shimmer shadows in this palette. The matte colors are Spread the Love, this peach right here, Peanut Butter, which is a beautiful crease color, Nuts About You, this beautiful terracotta color that I was talking to you guys about, and Extra Creamy. This is a beautiful, just flat vanilla shade that is essential in every single palette, you guys. It creates a perfect brow bone highlight, but it also makes a smooth canvas all over the lid, from the bottom of the lid to the top of the brow bone. It just creates a smooth canvas so that you guys can start with your eyeshadows and create a beautifully blended look. Let's talk a little bit about pros and cons. A lot of these will be pros and cons. It really just depends on what side of the fence you stand on. So a pro and a con would be that it's only available at Ulta. If you guys are a fan of Ulta, I guess it's no big deal, but if you don't live anywhere near an Ulta or don't like to order online, that might be a deterrent for you. Another pro is that it's a neutral palette, but it is a warm neutral palette, so that might turn into a con for some of you. But I will have to say that even though this is a warm neutral palette, perfect for those of you with brown eyes or green eyes, it doesn't matter what undertone you have or what color eyes you have. 1, because it all has to do with confidence. And 2, my friend Sam came to visit me a couple of weeks ago. She has cool undertones. She's incredibly fair, and she has just glassy blue-green eyes, just complete like marbles, like beautiful oceans of marbles. What, does that even make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like blue eyes, basically. She's here, in case you're wondering. That's her. She used this palette when she was visiting, and we went to 4 different places, and every single place we went to, they asked her about her eyeshadow. So it just goes to show that eyeshadow, the undertone, the color of the eyeshadow, it really doesn't matter as long as you're confident in the look that you create and the way that you're wearing it. Another pro and con might be that there's only that one pop of color, and it is that like pinkish magenta purple. So if you're like, well, you know, I'm not a fan of Barney, so I'm not gonna like this palette, I think you should give it a chance. It's a really beautiful color, and the reason that I like this color specifically is because the finish of the shadow, do you guys see that sheen that it has? That sheen creates a full opacity if you build it, but that sheen also allows you to layer it over a different color. So if you were like, you know what, that's too pink for me, go in with a black eyeliner or even a black eyeshadow first, and then apply that on top. And trust me, you're gonna be surprised with the color that you come up with. So it's pigmented enough to show up, like I have on my lower lash line, but it also has that beautiful, unique finish that will allow you to change it up if this specific color isn't the one you like. And my last observation, if you guys were on the fence of getting a chocolate bar palette, but you were like, oh, I don't know if I want that really big palette, or those couple of pops of colors are a little scary, I don't want it, or I just want a little palette in my collection. Did you see that? I almost fell down. Or I want a little palette in my collection. So is it a must-have? I would say it's a must-have for those of you that like warm browns. I would say it's a must-have for those of you that are Too Faced collectors. I would say it's a must-have for those of you that like that cocoa smell or really good formulas in eyeshadows. But if you guys were looking for something like exciting or innovative or different or unique, this is probably not the one. This is a warm, neutral palette with one pop of color. But you guys, oh, just to add a little bit of Dani drama, This color here, That's About You, I'm pretty sure it changed my life. It touched that deep, dark, black part of my heart and it warmed it up a little bit. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are interested in this tutorial, it's already live on my channel. I will have it linked in the description box below, along with all the other stuff that I'm wearing, where it's from, all that jazz, including the palette, obviously. So I'll have all that stuff listed and linked in the description box below. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And like always, if you found this video useful, entertaining, or learned something, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, this coffee break is over. Bye guys!